is a tutorial on how to use makeadir.com. So I'm gonna step you through it. So I found this no-code directory maker, no-code directory maker tool, um, probably about a month ago or so. That was after reading through John Hurt's Directory Guides course and just seeing that directory courses were pretty easy to make. And I've often tried to make WordPress websites, but I've gotten a bit disheartened by not seeing many results early on. So I'm just going to show you. Also, it seems like with WordPress blogs, it's a lot more coding, or not really coding, but a lot more effort going into it to actually make a blog and get everything up and running. Whereas using this tool to make a directory and a directory website is fairly easy. So first thing I'm going to do here, I've logged in here, and it's logged into one of my existing websites. So I'm just going to go down here and go to create new directory, and then I'm going to put in here, we're going to make one for doggy daycares. So we're going to call it doggy daycares. I'm not going to bother with this logo or the icon right now, and I can add a custom domain later, and that's pretty easy. I'll show you how you do that as well. So I'm just going to create directory. And then under here, I'm going to make it a local directories because I'm in Canada, but you could make it for any country you like. So the first thing I do is I go to categories, and I'm going to say new category, and I'm going to call it Canada. And then actually let's make it just for Canada for me, because I think making worldwide directories might take a really long time. So I'm in Alberta, so I'm going to make it for Alberta, and then I'm going to say doggy daycares in Alberta, create category, and then I'm going to add another category, and we can call this Ontario, and we can say doggy daycares in Ontario. Great. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to add a subcategory. So I'm going to add Calgary because that's where I am. So I'll say doggy daycares in Calgary. And then what I'm going to do is I can create some listings. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to attributes. And these are the default attributes. But I'm also going to create, actually, I'm just going to check out listings first. Go to new listing. So these are, you can put this information in manually, but I'm going to show you a way you can do it automatically. Well, not automatically, but much easier. Okay, so descriptions here. Description, you would notice on the last page, wasn't an attribute, but you can add some different ones here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down here. Actually, I'm going to click X. I'm going to go to attributes. And I'm going to click on, I'm going to make this view, actually, yeah, rating. Then you can fix, like, it may come up in a couple of places, but you can play around with these things to not have it in there, or depending on where you want it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my listings, and we're going to create some listings. So I'm running this from a VM. So I have this tool. Where is it? I have this tool here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say doggy daycares in Calgary. Then I have this AI web scraper, which is just an extension within Chrome. So I open that, and I want to get the name, address, phone number, website, reviews, description, and pictures. So the pictures aren't going to be actual pictures, and it's going to download a CSV file basically, but the pictures are just going to be links to the pictures I can download from the places that come up from all these places. Now I'm just going to do a run scrape, and then I'll pause the video and start it again when it is finished. Alright, so that is done now, so we just press OK, and then I check this. See that my scrape results are there, so I'm going to open it up in Excel. Alright, so we have it in Excel. So you can see it's downloaded all these pictures. So we don't actually need this thing. So I'm just gonna save this as a new file. So I'll just do doggy daycares. Again. Delete this. Then we have name, address, the phone number, the website, the reviews, a description. So what we need to add here is category, subcategory. So the category is going to be Alberta. Just copy this and paste it. Then the subcategory is going to be Calgary. Paste that. Then I just want to filter this to see if we've got any duplicates. So we'll do a filter. Let's do. Sometimes I notice that, like for example, these ones here. Sometimes Google's the scraper pulls multiple results. So I also don't really like these ones that just say find local businesses. Let's just sort by A to Z and then clear all these out. This has got, just have to fix this up as well. A much easier way to do this, but I'll just do it manually for now. So we're gonna bits. Okay, and then okay, so we've got all that. It's all fine. I don't really like the description dog daycare center, but I think that may just be like that's all they've put. So now we're going to go at the name. I'm just going to delete some of these duplicates here. So we'll just delete this one. You could also import all this information and then delete it later, but I think for the purposes of, I'd rather have a clean data set before I import it. Okay, so got all that there. I'm going to delete that one. Sometimes when I go through my other data sets, I delete things that don't look like they don't like if they don't have any reviews, I'll just delete it. I just want a really clean data set. And also I'll talk about how you can monetize this after I've imported the data in. So it's pretty good. See any, that's a different location for the same place. And then the other thing is you can go through here and see if there's any of these don't necessarily look like they would be doggy daycares, for example. So This one's a cat kennels. We're not doing that one, so let's delete that one. This one looks like Pooch Parlor. Makes it. I mean, I could go to the website and check it out, but I'm not going to. This sounds like it's like grooming, so I'm going to delete that. I'll keep those ones in. Grooming. That. This one seems like it's. Some of these seem like they do grooming and they do doggy daycare, so I'll just leave those ones in. This one could be. See if there's any more in here. Pet grooming. Pet services. Some dog walkers as well. I guess they could keep those in there as well. Daycare and spa, pet care. And you wouldn't really know unless you actually went all the way. I know these ones aren't. Some of these aren't. Probably a lot of these aren't all going to be daycares. I can't imagine my city has 100 different doggy daycare places. All right, let's just leave those ones in. And then the next thing we're going to do is import the data. So I've saved that. All right, now import that data. File, the data. Now it's going to ask us what columns we want to map. So don't just take these ones because we're not going to get all of the data we want. So we go to map CSV columns, got name, category, subcategory. So it's going to put it in the right place. Then we're going to do description is fine. Logo, website. So we don't have a logo for it. Phone number, address, rating. We're going to put in here reviews. Then we're going to go next. Then we're going to go import. It's going to take a couple of seconds. Okay, it's done. So we can just close that page. Now you can see that it's put a whole bunch of listings in here for Alberta and Calgary. And that's basically how you get the data in here. And if you want to go in and edit any of these ones, for example, you just click on edit. You go in here and you can choose some images and you can just put in some pictures in here. You can put in like the logo from the website. If you go to this website and just grab the logo from their thing, you can put it in here and then it'll come up on the listing. You can add the Instagram or Facebook or whatever to the site. You can put a description in if it's missing. You can put in some more information, some content, like maybe how much the doggy daycare costs, what sort of services they provide, what are their hours, things like that. And then you can just save the listing and then it'll come up in here. And then go to your dashboard. Just seeing how I can see the site. I think I just click on this one here. Basically want to see, so so here in this domain setting here, this is where you would connect your domain. You can buy a domain, you can just click on connect domain, you put it in here, it'll give you some domain information or stuff that you have to go and set on your domain register, and it's very easy, it'll just all come up. So what we're going to do is we're going to just go to this. And this is what it looks like, the directory. So the directory is all ready to go. I've got Alberta here, I've got Calgary. If I'd had other cities, they would be listed here. If I had other provinces in Canada, they would be listed under here. And then if the logos were on each thing, they would come up instead of these placeholder images. And then you can click on, say for example, this one here. And then you can see the location of where it is in the city, the description and other information. Well, the description's here and the other information will come up in this area. as I was saying about the attributes, you can change it so the rating doesn't come up twice. The phone number's there, the visit website. If it had Instagram or Facebook, it would also come up in this area. So that's basically it to make a quick directory, and then you can go and get it listed on Google Search Console and Bing Webmaster Tools, and then you'll start seeing keywords come in pretty quickly. So I started a couple of other websites in the last month, and I've already started getting traffic and clicks for those. I think I've got like 1 or 2 backlinks. I haven't really been trying to make backlinks. And then in terms of monetizing, essentially what you can do is you can reach out to these places and you can say, do you guys want to own your listing? Do you want to put in more information? Do you perhaps want to be a preferred listing? So would it be up the top with a border and like preferred listing or something underneath it? And then you could charge those places like a monthly fee of maybe $50 or something like that, or whatever you choose, to essentially have that listing at the top of your directory. And that's assuming that your directory is actually getting traffic. So typically, and this is what John Hurt suggests, is you leave your site up, like you populate it with all the stuff you want to, leave it up for a couple of months, and then see how many impressions or clicks perhaps the listings are getting. And then you can go to those, you reach out to those companies and say, okay, I've got this website and it's getting maybe like 20 clicks a month for your doggy daycare. Do you guys want to own your listing and put some more detail into it? Or do you want to be maybe at the top of my listings page for Calgary, Alberta? So when people search for that, and if they come up on my page, they're going to see your doggy daycare first, and that sort of thing. So that's basically how you would monetize it. The other thing that I noticed, and you may have noticed when I was going through the spreadsheet stuff, is, and this may be if you're technically inclined, but a lot of the listings had just straight HTTP and they weren't HTTPS. So I was thinking another way of monetizing would be to reach out to these companies and saying, hey, did you know that your page is running on HTTP? It could be running on HTTPS. I charge a one-time fee on changing that over for you, and this is what you need to do to maintain it, something like that. So that could be a potential other avenue of monetization that you could offer for these companies. So this Makeadir website, so this makeadir.com, it's free for your first website to a certain amount of traffic, and then you can pay, I think it may be $50 a month, and you can build unlimited websites. So so that it's in here. You got free for one directory. If you want a custom domain, then it's $19. You also get some AI credits, and then you can have unlimited, or you can just pay once and get it forever kind of thing. So that's basically it. The developer who runs this website, he is very easy to reach out to. You can just email him if you have suggestions or things you want to do for the functionality you want for the website, or for the platform. So just check it out, and hopefully you'll be able to create some good directories too. Thank you for listening and watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.